The globalist establishment are freaking out as the debate is now finally changing on certain issues, including extracting shale gas or fracking. WF don't want it to happen, but people around the world are now ready. Now, the fight back has officially started, and even certain type of politicians like Truss, who's likely to become the next prime minister tomorrow, has come out to say even she will instantly lift the ban on fracking, despite the fact that the globalists will definitely come for her. Unless she's lying, unless there's another empty promise, this will be a very disruptive thing in the narrative of the green crap agenda, the net zero agenda, the 2030 targets, and even the 2050 targets. It will disrupt the whole system. Now, the World Economic Forum spent the last few years spreading propaganda against shale gas. They've been very successful. For decades and decades, they changed the debate. They've been going around spreading all this fake news about how it's not safe, how it's this, how it's that. People started to believe it. For years and years, so many people fell for this. Now, they've been writing articles in a very soft way. Fracking reduces the cost of energy in the US. Well, is cheaper energy from shale gas a good thing? Is it a good thing? We don't know. That's how they do it. They brainwash you in a very subtle way. And that's how it works. For years and years, they decided to basically make the world, the Western world, the populations, against free market capitalism in terms of actual freedom, small businesses and medium-sized businesses. So people became more center-lefty. They voted for the Labour Party. They voted for the Democrats. Tony Blair came into power for years and years because they said, our free market capitalism is against the working classes. And then they ended up promoting big government corporatism, which is much worse. It's truly ruthless. And it doesn't respect the working classes or any empowerment. And this is the problem we have in the system now. Jacob Rees-Mogg is supportive, but before Jacob, it's because he's been pushing for this thing in Team Truss. Now, Liz Truss actually said that we will end the effective ban on extracting our huge reserves of shale gas by fracking, but be led by science, setting out a plan to ensure communities benefit. Now, you have to make sure the communities benefit. You have to kind of sell the argument to local areas. You don't have to go completely ultra NIMBYism, but you have to sell the argument. Now, Jacob Rees-Mogg has always been in favor of this. And people said about Jacob that his views is that the energy crisis we are facing is worse than the early 1970s. The scale for individuals and businesses is very worrying. But he wants conservative solutions, including supply-side reforms in areas like fracking, because we have to get every form of domestic energy going. I really hope they mean it. I really hope it's not just talking a good game or whatever, because it's about time. It's about time we do something that is a bit conservative solution. It's something. Because so far, over the last few years, we have nothing when it comes to actual conservatism and actual free market approach. So I really hope that this upcoming cabinet would do something. Again, it's best not to get too hopeful because we will get let down. I'll believe it when I see it, but I will support the ideas that they currently have. Now, I'm going to come back. I'm going to tell you about the backlash on Joe Biden's speech that we talked about on this channel a couple of days ago. That really weird, scary speech that he made against half the country in America. In half an hour, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to come back and talk about what's happening with Joe Biden. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi and we are the media.